And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and I'm back with another video for you guys. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe, man. I drop daily NBA 2K21, my team content, and drop a like on this video and comment down below with what cards you think we are seeing tomorrow for Moments and Friday for our promo release. So, if you guys jumped on 2K today, kind of a rare day in 2K21 My Team where absolutely nothing was dropped. No XP challenges, no limited time event, no cards, absolutely nothing, which I think is weird and also kind of stupid. I mean, they could have at least given us like an XP challenge or a limited time event to encourage people to play the game, so I don't really understand why they did that, but it is what it is. But let's look forward to see what we may be seeing in the next couple days in My Team. So tomorrow we're definitely going to be seeing some Moments cards. I don't think we see just one like last week. I think we do see like a 3 or 4 card set like we normally do. And as far as what cards are going to be, it's kind of tough to really determine. A lot of people have been having good games in the NBA. If you watch Ty Debo's video, he mentioned an Opal Jokic, which I think is entirely possible, as well as mentioning an updated Donovan Mitchell card, which I think is another thing that we might see. So Donovan Mitchell actually makes that's a good guess because we haven't seen a Donovan Mitchell card since Possess, so I think we may see an updated one in the near future if we don't see one tomorrow. But let's look at some other guys that could be getting some cards. I think the other people he mentioned were Vucevic and Oubre. John Wall actually makes a really, really compelling case for a Moments card as well. He hasn't done spectacular, but he's been playing really well. And we haven't seen John Wall since the Dunker set in Season 2. And this kind of goes with the trend of 2K releasing updated versions of cards we've seen previously that are either slightly better or slightly worse. So I think we could see another John Wall, maybe like a Diamond John Wall that's akin to this Pink Diamond Dunkers one. That actually makes a whole lot of sense, and it just kind of keeps in line with what 2K has been doing. Another guy we could see, which makes a lot of sense to me anyway, is Tyrese Halliburton. He's been playing well all year long. We could see a Amethyst Tyrese Halliburton. I think that's honestly a card that maybe we don't see this time, but we could see in the near future. Let's think. What else? Brandon Ingram obviously is another guy we could see at any point. He's been playing well as per usual, so we could see another Brandon Ingram, possibly like a slightly better diamond version or something like that. Hey, I could be wrong. We might not even see that with this set. We might see it in the promo set on Friday. Who knows? I don't think it's going to be that long before we see another BI, though, which I'm stoked about because this is one of my favorite cards from this year. This Brandon Ingram is lights out. And if we see one with good defensive badges, in addition with his player build, jump shot, and offensive badges, I think he can be a really, really good card. In addition, let's see, who else? Wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw a Tyler Hero card after his game winner the other day. Tyler Hero is another hot commodity, and he actually makes sense for a Moments card. I believe Tyler Hero last year had both a Spotlight Simp and a Moments card. So once again, would not at all surprise me to see him, and I know that'll get like 18-year-old white boys whipped up into a frenzy. They love Tyler Hero, man. Bam Adebayo is another guy. I don't think we see him tomorrow, but we could see him in the near future as well. Card that's pretty similar to a Season 3 card will probably come out. Honestly, Bam's okay, so that'd be fun, I suppose. A guy that I think makes a lot of sense is Jaylen Brown. He just had a 33-point game, I think, yesterday, and we could see one come out that is very, very similar to the Pink Diamond Limited reward that we got a couple seasons ago. Probably a diamond that has a similar badge count, maybe 7 or 8 Hall of Fame badges and like 28, 29 gold badges. That makes a lot of sense. I wouldn't at all be surprised to see that. If that doesn't come out in a Moment set, I think that comes out in a promo set very soon. That is in line with 2K giving out packable versions of past reward cards that are either the exact same or slightly better or worse. So, like I said, 2K is kind of easy to predict. I think another guy Ty Debo talked about was Vucevic. Vucevic. I don't even know how to say his name. Either way, he had like a monster double-double the other day. So, like yesterday, he had a really, really big double-double against the Trailblazers. Want to say, let me look here. Yeah, 27 and 15. So that actually makes sense. Is he going to be a good card in this game? That remains to be seen. I'm not really sure. It really depends on his jump shot and stuff like that, but he could be good. He's usually a guy that gets a moments card, so that would make sense a lot. Another guy to look out for as far as Amethyst would be like DeLon Wright. He's put together a string of pretty good games, playing some meaningful minutes for Detroit. He's a guy that kind of screams Amethyst moments card. I don't mean that as like a like a rude thing to say, but like, would you be surprised if you saw a DeLon Wright moments card? Probably not, right? As far as OKC, we could see Shea get a new card relatively soon. He usually gets a moments card, so that's a guy that's definitely pretty in the realm of possibility. In addition to that, though, we could see, because of that Lakers game a couple days ago, we saw some guys have some monster games, in addition to Shea, who had 29 points. We could see Darius Bazley have a moments card as well, because I believe he was like 21 with 16 boards. That's way the fuck over his normal stat line, so that actually makes total sense. Hamidou Diallo is another guy that was a fun card last year. He was 20 and 11. 20 points, 11 boards. That's deserving of a moments card, at least in Amethyst, in my opinion. So these two guys, definitely look out for them. Would either of them be good? That's entirely possible. I don't know. Maybe. Montrezl Harrell's another guy that usually gets a moments card. Don't think he'll be very good, but at the same time, wouldn't be incredibly surprised to see him have a moments card. Alex Caruso is a spotlight sim guy. I don't see him getting a moments card or anything, but Chris Middleton is, honestly, he makes way too much sense because he had a really good game against the Nuggets. Almost had a triple-double, 29, 12, and 8. In addition to that, we haven't seen Chris Middleton since his Pink Diamond a couple seasons back, and them releasing a Diamond Chris Middleton with very similar stats and badges, it tracks for what 2K likes to do. So keep on the lookout for those guys tomorrow. Now, as far as Friday goes, if you remember back to Season 3, we got Double Take Retro Pantheon. Okay? So far, we've got Inferno Retro 2K. So it's possible that we get a third large promo set to end the season with, and it's also possible we get an Idols set to end the season with, because we have seen Idols end the season as well. So it really kind of depends. I think Idols makes a little more sense than another large promo. I'm guessing they want to save those for the next upcoming season, because we are about a week away from that. So I've had this guy thrown around a lot when people talk about the content on Friday. Now, I'm not sure 100% if it's a guess or what, but a lot of people are throwing Yao Ming around. It's possible we get a Yao Ming Idols card. That actually makes a lot of sense, especially with the game being very large in China. They usually do try to do something like this and implement Yao Ming in the mix. So we could see like a Yao Ming Idol set. Now, this season's Idols have been weird because with the Anthony Davis Idol set, they didn't put any guys that really had any significance in Anthony Davis's career into the Idol set. Like, none of these guys have any significance to Anthony Davis as far as I'm aware. But like the season prior, they did. Like when Kevin Durant had his Idols, we got Serge Ibaka, we got Russell Westbrook. So that actually makes a bunch of sense. And when we got Magic Johnson, we got Larry Bird. Once again, makes a lot of sense there. Manu had Scola, which actually makes sense, and Patty Mills, which, wow, holy shit, that makes a bunch of sense as well. And then like Dominique had like Michael Cooper and a couple other people. So, and Drazen, I think Drazen was that one. Maybe Drazen was the Kevin Durant one, I can't remember. But either way, typically it's Idols, and it'll be just like Prime last year. It'll be a couple guys that had some sort of interaction with the player. Now, Yao Ming, the reason I don't think we're going to get him in Idols is because we've already gotten Tracy McGrady, and we've already gotten Steve Francis essentially in the last like couple weeks, and those would be two guys that were like big in Yao Ming's career. So if we do get Yao Ming in Idols, it'll be more likely it'll be like Anthony Davis, so it'll just be like 5 random dudes. Who those guys could be, like I said, I have no idea. literally zero. We could even see John Wall in that set, maybe. I don't know. But I feel like we do see John Wall soon. All right, so next week I will be dropping a season preview video. I'm just going to try to predict what we're going to be seeing in Season 5. Now, I think it goes without saying we'll be seeing probably 2 Pink Diamond rewards and a Galaxy Opal update. I don't think we see multiple Galaxy Opals like we could, and I don't think we see Amethyst or Diamond. Possibly a Diamond. Definitely not an Amethyst. Who those guys are, honestly, who knows, man. They're probably going to be 60s or 70s guys. The Opal ones, they usually put some decent players in there. Not even decent, but they put some guys who are like a little bit more well-known. So we could see some like a Zach LaVine type player in there for sure. It's kind of hard to really tell. I think the token market does open. I know I've been saying this for 2 seasons, but I really do think it opens at some point. Put some Season 1, Season 2 packs in the mix. That's going to drive those cards' value down a lot, which is going to be important because we are going to get Spotlight Sims pretty soon. And that I actually wanted to talk about because this guy specifically is a guy that I wanted to talk about because if we do get Spotlight Sims, this card's value is going to explode. And let me explain why. You guys remember back to Spotlight Sims last season, you had to use cards from the actual team itself. When you did the New Orleans Pelicans ones, you had to use Pelicans players. And the 2 hardest teams last year were Pelicans and Hornets because there just straight up isn't that many players available for those 2 teams because, as you guys know, they've split time essentially as a franchise, and their franchise history is a little muddled as far as which players are Pelicans and which guys are Hornets. So it ends up basically splitting their player rosters in half. So, like, as you can see, when you're looking at Pelicans guys, Drew Holiday, David West, Julius Randle, Buddy Hield, and Zion is all I have. It's a 5-man rotation. That's not good. So somebody like Nickeil Walker-Alexander, they don't have a rich history of point guards. Like, we don't have a Pelicans Chris Paul. They don't have a rich history as a franchise, realistically. So those guys are realistically going to be very expensive. And someone like Nickeil Alexander-Walker is going to become ridiculously expensive if they do have Spotlight Sims just because of the absolute lack of Pelicans guards or Pelicans players in general. So definitely keep an eye on him when the super packs come out. If he drops down to like 2 or 3K, it might not be a bad idea to speculate and grab a couple of them, just on the off chance they do give us Spotlight Sims, which I think they are going to. That was such a popular thing last year. It wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for them to give it to us. Also, it drives people to go buy packs and buy stuff because you have to use cards from certain teams. And that's a really good idea. And also when it comes to the Hornets, like the Hornets are another team where there's not a whole lot of players. There's more players for the Hornets, but you're going to see LaMelo Ball, Alonzo Mourning, Larry Johnson. You're going to see their values go up significantly because there's just not that many Hornets players. And people are going to try to fill out the best possible team of 10 that they can. So you could potentially make a bunch of MT. Now, obviously, nothing is set in stone. Like, we don't know. For all we know, we're not even getting Spotlight Sims, but I think we definitely do. You can also see people like Glenn Rice and Eddie Jones, Gerald Wallace, Del Curry, like guys like that go up. The key is going to be Charlotte big men, because outside of Alonzo Mourning, if you look through the history of that franchise, they really don't have a lot of big men at all. Like, period. At least ones that would be given cards in 2K. Like, Vlade Divac's stint on the team was very small, so I don't think we see another Charlotte Vlade Divac. I don't think we see another Alonzo Mourning for a while. Maybe we see a Larry Johnson, but that's about it. I mean, maybe Emeka Okafor and PJ Brown. I don't know, Al Jefferson. But, I mean, either way, definitely something to think about. I mean, we're definitely getting some sort of spotlight type challenge. So either way, it's been your boy Cheap Ludes, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. Check the description for all my stuff, and I will see you tomorrow.